Good morning, everybody. My name is Rainy Angel, and I practice the AYDA method and have out-of-body experiences. I will be practicing the method multiple times this week, probably for the rest of the week. I started it last night. I almost exited my body. I was pretty successful. When my body fell asleep, I had no problem staying aware. That part's becoming easier, a lot easier. And usually the way I could tell if I'm asleep is if like my hand or something, like one of my body parts kind of twitches. And then I'm like, okay, I'm asleep. Or you do that, like, sort of like jolt a little bit. So I was probably laying on my back in the method for probably an hour. Dozed off a little bit, brought back the awareness. Then I decided to turn over on my side, because usually when I do that, I go right into sleep paralysis. And of course I did. The only issue was, I don't know if this bothers anybody else, but when I go through sleep paralysis laying on my side, I get like intense ticklish ribs. And it's like uncomfortable. It's like, oh my God, like, you know, but it doesn't last long. I just gotta get over it. I realized that starting on my back, laying there for, you know, at least 45 minutes to an hour, then turning on my side to really get like the deep sleep, that works for me. I go right into sleep paralysis. It's just a matter of keeping the awareness and not, because like when I was having the ticklish ribs, I kept shaking myself out of the sleep paralysis because it's like uncomfortable, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it. The reason why I'm doing this multiple times this week rather than just once a week, I usually do it like at least once a week, but I intend on accessing some things. One of them mainly being just communicating with my spirit guides. I feel their energy when I am out and about, you know, at work, just regular day-to-day life. I see hearts, I see heart shapes in a lot of things throughout the day. I met the one spirit guide before, and I know that he wants to communicate with me more, like on the other side, and so do I. I have a lot of questions for him. I want to ask him what his name is, where he comes from, why he wears black. Like, what is that symbolic for something? Does that mean something to him? Is it just a fashion trend? I don't know. Is it just a fashion like preference? You know, I have other things I want to access. I want to actually communicate, like speak to him, you know? I know they have like telepathy there, which I feel like I have definitely already experienced that to some degree. I've heard him actually speak to me, but I never had like a conversation like back and forth with him. I just intend on doing that. And then eventually I have other goals, travel the realms and do all that fun stuff. But for me, I have to take baby steps because there are some fears that I have. And since practicing this method about a year ago, I've gotten rid of so many fears. I didn't even realize how much fear I had about Earth and just my own self. If you've seen angels or other creatures or beings on the other side, it's kind of startling at first because some of them, they just look different, you know? My angel, if you guys don't know, he wears all black hooded robe. I've seen his eyes before. They're like little glowing white eyes. He's very beautiful, by the way, and he has black wings. Yeah, it's just different, you know what I mean? We're all so used to just the human form. I guess he's not that different to human form because he has arms and legs, you know. I mean, he hovers and flies. I've seen that. That is also another thing that freaked me out at first, was because he just wears all black, and black hooded robe, what do you think of? The Grim Reaper, but that's just an earthly thing, you know what I mean? Maybe there's a Grim Reaper out there, I don't know, but I know he's not the Grim Reaper, he's an angel. I also wanted to come on here and invite you guys to, well, if you guys want to do this method with me, I thought it would be cool if you guys had something you wanted to access, and whether that be just practicing the method, learning how to get better at it, you want to go to another realm, see a passed on family member, or your angels or spirit guides, I think it would be cool if you guys could do it with me, and kind of like a group thing, Darius has done this on his website in his workshops where everybody kind of practices all week and then we report back. It's totally up to you guys, but I know that the group intention helps everybody, you know, and it's the energy dynamic of it where it actually makes it a bit more easier to do it. Let me know in the comments like what you guys have experienced recently. So yeah, I will be practicing it. This will be night 2. So yeah, I've been writing it all down in my book here. I write all my experiences here. I journal a lot. I love writing. I will see you guys next time. Bye.